and we're certainly happy to have you. I will call this meeting to order at exactly 6 p.m. First on the agenda is approval of the agenda, and I'll ask for a motion.
So moved.
We have a second.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for the, to approve our agenda for tonight. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call for the question and vote electronically. Hit refresh.
I'll vote yay.
I vote yay.
And voting is complete. Districts 1, 2, 3, and 4 vote yay. So our agenda is now approved. Tonight, for invocation, we have Dr. Craig Williamson from the First Baptist Church of Eatonton. And that's my church. I would appreciate it if you'd come forward and bring our invocation. Thanks, Craig.
In honor of it being St. Patrick's Day today, I've cobbled together a prayer from the prayers that we know that St. Patrick actually prayed in his lifetime. So let us pray. Holy and gracious God, as your servant Patrick once prayed, so we pray. May the strength of God pilot us, the power of God uphold us, the wisdom of God guide us. May the eye of God look before us, the ear of God hear us, the word of God speak for us. May the hand of God protect us, the way of God lie before us, the shield of God defend us, the host of God save us. Give us steadfastness in our faith, courage in our trials, and patience in our struggles. Deliver us from every evil, seen and unseen, and cast out all darkness and lead us into your light. Lord, send us to speak of your mercy, bring souls into your light, to live as a witness of your love. And finally, may green be the grass we walk on, may blue be the skies above us, that pure be the joys that surround us, may true be the hearts that love us. In the name of Christ I pray.
Amen. Thank you. Moving right along, Commissioner Garrett, could I ask you to lead us in the pledge, please? If everyone would stand. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And thank you very much, Commissioner Garrett. Next is public comments. Mercy. We have 4 folks signed in, and we will just go in the order that they're here. Jennifer Ray, 3 minutes. Turn the mic on, please.
Oh, thanks. All right. Good evening, Commissioners. I'm here tonight with a sincere plea on behalf of our community because right now our democratic process in Putnam County is being challenged by a tactical calendar date. A request has been granted to table the Planning and Zoning Quarry hearing until Thursday, July 2nd. the doorstep of Independence Day. As evident in the last meeting, Putnam County is awake. We had so many neighbors show up that many were turned away due to fire code capacities. None of us, not this community, and certainly not this board, want to see citizens lose their right to petition their government simply because there wasn't enough room at the table. In the spirit of transparency, I'm asking this board to help us protect the integrity of the process by taking these actions, some of which you may already be working on as we speak. First, secure a high-capacity venue. Under County Ordinance Section 66-150, you have clear authority to move the July 2nd Planning and Zoning meeting and all subsequent hearings for the quarry to a larger facility, like a school gymnasium. We are asking you to exercise that leadership so that every voice is heard. Furthermore, per the same ordinance, we ask that a new location be advertised, as soon as possible. We want to ensure that no citizen is disenfranchised by showing up at the wrong building or being met with a full capacity sign. Second, to ensure accessibility through recording. For these citizens who cannot attend due to holiday travel, we ask that you find a way to record the meeting for the official record. We understand that live stream might be a technical challenge in a different venue, but there is plenty of time to find a solution. We have so many smart, talented people here in our county, including IT staff, who I know would be happy to help you figure out how to handle these remote recordings. Our citizens are counting on you to provide that window into the process. Please accept this as respectful formal notice under Georgia Open Meetings Act OCGA 5014-1. When a board is put on notice that a massive crowd is expected, the law requires the adequate capacity be provided. By choosing a larger venue, advertising it properly, and ensuring a recording of the proceedings, you protect the integrity of the eventual decision. In closing, commissioners, you have a rare and powerful opportunity to lead us in the spirit of our founders. As we approach July 2nd, we stand on the eve of the 250th anniversary of American independence. 250 years ago, our ancestors fought for the right to have a voice in their own destiny and to protect the land that they called home. When the 300th anniversary of America rolls around, let our future generations look back and see that this board and this community stood together. This July, we aren't just celebrating history, we're making it. And we'll show up in our red shirts, carrying our flags to defend the safety and the soil of Putnam County. And please join us in protecting that legacy. I look forward to seeing everybody on July 2nd with a big room for all of us, flags high and voices loud. Thank you.
Thank you. Next on the list is Bill Vargo. Bill?
Good evening. I kind of want to speak on the 250th birthday party too. I just wondering where we stand on getting entertainment involved. Like fireworks for one. I know that's kind of a hard issue right now due to insurance regulations and so forth and so on. And if any other plans have been made in regarding this, I know when we initially spoke about it, we were talking about even a 1 month celebration, like on every weekend, Saturday, Sunday type of thing. And I don't know, I haven't heard from anybody if anything's been planned or any groups have gotten together or where we stand on that. And I just I'd like to be involved in it. My wife and I would like to be involved in some of this if we can help, we'd sure like to do it. If any of you can put any information, input into this, and need some help, let me know, let us know, we'd be welcome to it. I know Richards has been doing some research on it, so that's all I got to say. The 250 is coming up pretty soon, so we gotta get this planned. Thanks.
Thank you. Next on the list is Barb Vargo.
Okay, I am going to touch on a very touchy situation. Amidst of the violence that I've seen, and everything else in regards to what's going on in regards to the quarry, I am requesting that somehow we all get together and put it on the November ballot. That way, we don't have to trust 5 people to do what we feel is right. I'm not saying I'm for, not saying I'm against. What I'm saying is I'd like to have this put on the ballot for the people. The people can tell you what they truly want. And that way, we stop the violence. Thank you.
Thank you. Next on the list is Denise. Denise? And I didn't have a last name, so that's okay. Come-
Evening. School-age children in Eatonton are facing many challenges that are affecting their ability to reach their full potential. The Boys and Girls Club of America provide after-school academic support which combats loss in areas like math and science. Why does Putnam County need this? 2025 to 2026 school-specific data reflected that Putnam County Elementary School reading proficiency rate is 26%, math 35%. The middle school reflected a proficiency rate of 33% and math 35%. Enrollment in the middle school declined by 15% in the last 5 years. Boys and Girls Clubs are designed to develop globally competitive graduates who are ready for post-secondary educational 21st century careers. By high school, the proficiency ratings further decreased with Putnam County High School with a proficiency rating of 30% in reading and 19% in math. In March 2025, Putnam County's high school was listed on the Governor's Office of Students' Achievement as the lowest performing high school. The Boys and Girls Club serve over 62,000 to 79,000 children across 60 counties in Georgia. Close to Putnam County, there are clubs in Madison, Greensboro, and Milledgeville. Why not Eatonton? These clubs in these areas were established because they saw a need to provide a safe, educational, constructive, and recreational place for youth after school hours. Other skills the boys and clubs provide a money management, investing, financial decision-making, STEM program, college readiness, mentorship, counseling, and much more. How can the board help? You can help by offering this Boys and Girls Club as one way to ensure a bright future for their children. Of course, any financial assistance or any budget allocation could be considered would also help. Thank you.
Thank you. And that will conclude public comments. Next on the agenda is item number 6, approval of the minutes. And let's see, I believe, yes, approval of minutes for March 6th, 2026 regular meeting, and approval of the 2026 alcohol license. And is there only one this time, I believe? No, there's several. There we go. Thank you for bringing those up. And those are to be looked at. And I should have said before, this is the consent agenda. And I'll call for a motion to approve the consent agenda consisting of these 2 items.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
We have a motion on the floor. Is there a second?
Second.
A motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call for the question, and I'll ask for a vote electronically, please. It came up. Voting is complete. It's just taken a second tonight for some reason. The voting is complete. Districts 1, 2, 3, and 4 vote yea, and the motion carries. So we have now approved the consent agenda. Item number 7 is our audit presentation, and Pat Muse is here, I believe. And Pat, if you could come forward, we have the very large thing here. I think you probably have an electronic presentation.
Yes, I do.
And is the mic on?
I think so, yes.
Perfect. Thank you. And welcome.
Thank you. Good to be here tonight. You should have a bound copy of the audit report in front of you. It's the financial statements for the fiscal year ended September 30th, 2025. We've just released the audited financial statements, And what I thought I'd do tonight is just hit some of the highlights that are included in the report. I'll be glad to answer any questions that you have as well as we go through this. I guess on to the next slide. I've got pages of the audit report too on the slide presentation. If you want to follow along, you can as well. The audit opinion is on page 8 through 11. It expresses an unmodified opinion, which basically states that the financial statements are presented fairly in accordance with generally accepted accounting principles. The audit standards followed are generally accepted auditing standards of the United States of America, and also government auditing standards issued by the Comptroller General. The financial statements are the responsibility of management, and our responsibility is to provide an opinion on those financial statements, and we support our opinion through various audit procedures, confirming bank accounts, reviewing, supporting documentation, invoices of disbursements, and so forth. On page 24, these are the government-wide financial statements. So the government-wide financial statements present a snapshot of the county as a whole on the full accrual basis. And you'll see 5 columns there. There's a column for governmental activities, business type activities. There's a total which combines those two. And then we've got component units, Putnam Development Authority, and then the Health Department are the county's component units. But I'll just focus on the total column there. That's the county financials. So this is the statement of net position on page 24, and it includes the assets and liabilities and net position of the county. So total assets, $115 million, approximately as of September 30th, 2025. Total liabilities, $28 million, and then we've got net position of $70 million. So a very healthy balance sheet. Page 25, this is the statement of activities, and it shows the expenses and revenues and change in net position for the fiscal year. There again, looking at, there's a total line for the primary government. Total expenses for the county were $43 million. Total revenues, $48 million, and we had a positive change in net position of $4.6 million. Revenues exceeded expenditures by $4.6 million. Moving on to page 28. So we're getting into the general funds. As you know, the general fund's your main operating fund. It collects property taxes, sales taxes, and then absorbs the majority of the expenses of the county. But total revenues for the general fund were $26.4 million, and that's an increase of $1.2 million from fiscal year 24. The drivers of that increase were property taxes. They increased $1.4 million. Sales taxes increased $304,000, and we had a slight decrease in intergovernmental revenues of $553,000. Total expenditures in the general fund were $26.1 million. That's an increase of $1.6 million from fiscal year 24, and the bulk of that was related to increase in public safety expenditures of $1.2 million, and most of that was salaries and personal services. Overall, had a positive change in fund balance of $293,246, and ended the year with a total fund balance of $11.1 million in the general fund. So it's the county's policy to maintain 3 months of average operational expenses in unrestricted fund balance. As of September 30th, 2025, the county had 4.1 months worth of expenditures. So you're exceeding your policy there of maintaining fund balance. And you can see in the graph to the right that that fund balance has continued to grow the last 4 years. The unrestricted portion of that fund balance is 8.9 million out of 11.1. On pages 106 and 107, there's a report on internal control and compliance and other matters. So in accordance with government auditing standards, we issue a report on internal controls and on compliance. So this report describes the scope of our testing of internal control and the results of that testing. We do not provide an opinion on internal control or on compliance, but we did not note any material weaknesses or significant deficiencies in internal controls, and we noted no instances of material noncompliance or other matters. There's also in the back of the report, behind the last page, there's a stapled letter. That's right. So that contains some required governance communications. There was one item I wanted to point out in that letter, and it's the adoption of a new accounting pronouncement. From time to time, the Governmental Accounting Standards Board requires local governments to adopt accounting standards, and there was one that impacts the county this year, and that was GASB 101. It dealt with compensated absences. So what GASB 101 did was create a unified model for recognizing and measuring employee leave liabilities. The county has always recorded a vacation liability. The new accounting pronouncement also required sick leave to be included in that calculation. So we've estimated some sick leave. I think it was around $50,000 that's now recorded as a liability on your balance sheet. And then I just want to thank Jennifer and the finance department for their hard work and pulling this all together. It's a lot of time and effort, and just want to say thank you to them as well. Any questions?
Thank you, Pat. Questions, gentlemen? Commissioner Garrett?
And this may be as much a question for Paul and just reminding me. So for example, on page 93, the exceptionally large deficiency, it's mostly explained on the capital outlay line. Just remind me what that refers to. Sorry.
So page 93. What is the line item there?
So the excess, so the deficiency, the 11.5 million deficiency in expenses versus revenue. It's mostly explained by the capital outlay line on expenditure. I'm just trying to remember what is that?
Under 2025, down under, that's where he's talking about.
Yeah, on 2025, sorry.
Your mic is,
That would be the paving line item from the GO bonds and everything, all that 16, there was 15 million when we added more stuff to it, so that was probably the number for up through September.
Right, because that's recognized as, that's borrowing, so that's expenditure. But ultimately we borrowed the revenue to pay for it. So it doesn't show up as an equivalent.
We haven't borrowed it, we're still collecting the sales tax, so.
I see.
Yeah.
So that's why it's debt, because we use the bond to pay in advance for what we will subsequently collect through sales tax over time. That's why it takes 5 years. Gotcha, okay, thank you.
That's correct. I found it now. Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, no, that makes sense. I'm just trying to reconcile my memory.
other questions? Commissioner Hersey?
Just quickly, Pat, I just want to make sure that I'm correct in my assumption that when we talk about the net change in fund balance on page 28, the 293, 246 is the excess of revenues over expenditures.
That's correct.
So
Revenues.
that is our net for the general fund balance.
Correct. That's like your net income. Yes.
And when you talked about unrestricted versus restricted funds in the fund balance, did you say that there was about 8 million in unrestricted?
There is. So if you'll flip to page 26 in the general fund column, there's a section there labeled fund balances. So the unrestricted portion would be the unassigned 6,275,919, and the committed for contingency 2,615,464.
So the unassigned, they talked about 6.2 something million, is that?
That's correct.
That's-
6,275,919.
Again, thank you for your excellent work, and thanks Jennifer and her staff for doing such a great job. I assume that there are no questions about this audit, and you're satisfied with it.
I am.
Yeah.
I am.
Other questions? Pat, thank you very much. We appreciate you and all you do, and great report.
Okay, thank you very much.
Next is item number 8, and this is approval of the 2027 budget and mill rate schedule. This is only a schedule. And Jennifer, if you could come forward, and first let's call for a motion, and then we'll discuss.
So moved.
You move to approve the 2027 budget and 2026 mill rate schedule.
Yes.
Is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second on the floor. Now, discussion. Any questions for Jennifer? If you look at the dates, and this was in our package, and they're each explained underneath, questions or thoughts?
All right, thank you.
I think the first time that great job.
Oh, thanks.
If there's no questions, I'll call for the question and we'll ask for a vote. Vote electronically. This is approving the schedule. Voting is complete. Districts 1, 2, 3, and 4 vote yea, and the schedule is approved. Thank you very much, Jennifer. Good job. Item number 9, County Manager's report. Paul?
Just congratulations to the Finance Department. Thanks to 3M for all their hard work. It's, I expect to get award number 13. So keep up the good work. Thank y'all.
County Attorney?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, we have one personnel matter that we'll need an executive session for, but other than that, I don't have anything to report.
I will go to the commissioner's announcements and then come back and ask for a motion to go into, or would you like to wait till later? You want announcements now, or you want to wait for after? Your choice. We'll do it now. Commissioner from District 1.
Yes, just wanted to thank everyone that supported the hospital gala, however you say it. That was really, really nice. I think appreciate the Putnam leadership class. They really put this thing on, and their goal was to raise $135,000 to replace one of those specialized air conditioning units. and I think they surpassed that.
I think so.
So, really great job with that. Appreciate everybody that attended. I see some of you that I saw there, and that was a really nice event. That's it.
District 2?
Yes, few things. So I've mentioned the Butler Baker luncheon before, but I wanted to raise a particular angle on it. One of the classes being honored is the high school class of 1971. And the reason that class is being honored is because it was the first mandatory integrated high school class in Putnam County's history. And this year is the 55th anniversary, and of course, 5 years ago, 2021, the 50th, we were in the middle of COVID, so it really wasn't an appropriate time to mark that milestone. But since we are being live streamed, I would make a plea to any members of that class, anyone who graduated in Putnam County from high school in 1971. The Butler Baker alumni would really appreciate your attendance. It would be ironic if at such a momentous anniversary, every single high school attendee there was African American, which is typically the case. So if there are any white high school graduates from 1971, they and I would be delighted if you'd be interested in coming along to that commemoration. As I said, Superintendent Derek Austin has agreed to come and speak. It's also the 70th anniversary of the founding of Butler Baker School in 1956. So it's an important anniversary. I'm delighted that Chairman Sharp will be there. I know Commissioner Hersey will be there. A number of other candidates for county office this year will be there. I'll certainly be there. It's always a great event, but it will be nice to mark an anniversary of integration with an integrated high school class at this event. And I just want to, if I may, Mr. Chairman, just briefly acknowledge some of the public comments since we have such a short meeting. I agree with Ms. Ray that we should find a bigger, more appropriate venue, and I'm sure we can manage that. Mr. Vargo, you and I have been going back and forth on USA 250. There's all kinds of logistical challenges. The good news is I think the closer we get, the more I do research, the more events of various kinds I'm seeing. So it's not like nothing is going on. And I'm very involved with the Georgia Wrights Museum, Smithsonian Votes and Voices initiative. There's going to be some great panels and documentaries and all kinds of things through April and May, all marking that occasion. And I have a meeting tomorrow, which I hope is going to clarify another event that's going to be coming out. So we'll stay in touch. So I think there's plenty going on. We've just got to figure out what, where, how. And I also want to thank Mr. Neese. She and I have been talking about this Boys and Girls Club idea. I think it's a good one. I know there is some history in the county. I don't quite understand it, but I want to partner with you and see if we can figure something out. Thank you.
District 3?
I would just like to mention the fact that the moratorium, the 180-day moratorium on nuisance buildings ordinance in the county has expired. And no one has made any suggestions about changes in the ordinance, so it stands as it was originally approved. So I would suggest that if you are aware of a nuisance building as defined in the code, that you either have with 5 citizens or a particular commissioner can report that to the Planning and Development Department and see if the director confers with you on it and does something about any nuisance buildings within the Putnam County. Thank you.
Thank you. District 4?
I'd just like to thank Jennifer and her staff for doing a good job, but taking over the way she has. She had a good, she had a good teacher, and the way she got here, she was already good, but I tell you, she fell right in there and she kept everything going just like what Paul said. We're hoping this is going to be, what was it, 13?
Number
I think it's
13.
13 that our finance department has got awards. And it's just good to see that people can carry on a good tradition and keep things going. But we got a good county, y'all. Just enjoy it. And I hope this election season doesn't get too ugly. And y'all just hold it down. Thank you.
Thank you. And from my comments, I want to say thank you to everyone that came to the hospital gala. We have a wonderful hospital here, and it's, I think we lack going out and telling the world about it. So thank you to all that came. It was a sellout. The crowd was full, and let me say I enjoyed it immensely. So did my wife, and we just got to continue to support. That brings business to our community, and we need to continue to support that hospital. Thank you very much. Now, as suggested by our county attorney, I'll entertain a motion to go into executive session. And this is for the purpose of discussing personnel.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
A motion is second. Is there discussion? Hearing none, do we vote electronically on this? No. I'll call the roll. District 1?
Aye.
District 2?
Aye.
District 3?
Aye.
District 4? Aye. We will now go to executive session.